I'm a loped out gangster, set trippin' banger. So my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? Okay, so here's where I'm at. I've made the frame, and at this point I've got to make the tabletop for it, and then there's going to be another tabletop in the bottom here. But right now what needs to be done is I have to sand this thing down a little bit. Kind of in finishing mode when it comes to the end table frame. I'll end up painting it. One thing that was kind of interesting when it came to the frame and the 2x4s that I purchased was the fact that with COVID in play, there wasn't a lot of wood selection. So when I went to Home Depot to get the 2x4s that I needed, there's a lot of blemishes in the wood, and basically I've turned them inwards so that you can't see it. There's another one up here somewhere, but the problem was I was going to have to wait 2 weeks, if not longer, for Home Depot to get their next shipment in. So I was like, well, I want to do this, so let's do it with what we've got. So there are some blemishes, but I don't think they'll show once we get it assembled. But that's the problem right now with COVID. Plus, like, lumber's like double or triple the price. It's crazy how much it costs right now. The glue up is done of the tabletop for the end table, and that's great. Essentially, when I started off with it, well, I had the wrong side up on one of the boards so that you can see the pocket holes, and I discovered that after I glued it, so that was a problem. I had to quickly take it apart, which left me with an end that had glue on it. So now I'm thinking, crap, I don't want the wood to be stuck to my clamps. I figured, well, the least offensive would be to grab some paper and use that in between the clamp and the wood. I figure I could just sand it down. Right here you can see this is the board that is the odd man out. And then of course we've got my quick fix here. I forgot to sand down the edges of each individual board for the countertop, because it allows you to have kind of those nice lines in the countertop. So that's kind of disappointing, but that's okay. I love the belt sander, but I also hate the belt sander. I love it because it takes a chunk of work out of sanding at the beginning, but I hate it because I make a lot of belt marks and then I've got to go back and fix them. Finishing really isn't my strong suit, and one of the things I was trying to figure out was when I need to move from one grit to the next. So I started this one at 80, but I really wasn't sure when to move to 120 and then the next, and so on. So after a little research on the YouTubes, I found a recommendation saying you should put pencil marks on your wood, and when you've sanded them off, you're good to move to the next sandpaper grit. I don't know if it's true or not, but it seemed logical to me. Okay, so this is the shelf that's going to go on the bottom of this this fine piece of furniture here. So the shelf, yeah. So I made another mistake. Nothing's square. It was supposed to be flush. There's not supposed to be any spaces around any of the edges of the corners. And well, it didn't turn out that way. So then what I decided to do was I'll cut it with my handsaw, and you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but that's not exactly square and straight, so clearly I didn't do a good job there. What I'm going to do is create struts, and then it won't be a full piece of wood, but it'll have struts. It will be dock-like. I don't know the correct terminology for this. I'm just trying stuff here. I'm gonna chop up some wood, and hopefully that works. I guess we'll see. While in the middle of drilling all the pocket holes for my dock-like shelf, my battery eventually dies. And you know what? I figure that's a pretty good excuse to wrap it up for the day and come back another time. So I'm making these slats, right? By the way, that's what I'm calling them, slats. I don't know what I called them before, but I called them dock-like. Anyways, these are slats, what I'm making right here. So I've got the pocket holes drilled, right? Looks good, looks good. Flip it over, and what? There's no pocket holes. Oh, but there is a pocket hole. Yeah, wrong side. I made a mistake. Unbelievable. So I'm gonna work on the inside today because, well, it's cold out, and I did buy another heater for the garage, but unfortunately, when I plug both heaters in, they blow a fuse, so it's just too cold. So what I'm gonna do, I'm standing today anyways, so I'll just bring it downstairs and then Sorry. What are you doing? I'm putting together a coat rack. Why? Well, we got all these coats lying around. The place is a mess, so I figured. And what's wrong with the Christmas tree? Why is the top? What did you do? I didn't do anything to the tree. Are you sure? You're the one that put the tree up, man. Just get out. Get out. Look. Fine. Sorry about that, guys. Fine. I don't know what to do with him. Hey everybody, that's the end of part 1 of this video. This took significantly longer than I anticipated it to take. So this is episode 1, I guess you could say. And then I will be uploading episode 2 shortly. And if you have lasted this long, you've put in some work. And if you've made it this far, maybe you would want to subscribe to my channel. Maybe hit that like button, because that will make me popular, I think, on YouTube, which I heard is a good thing. Whatever you want to do, it's free. It doesn't cost you any money. I got another video coming up soon. I started this I started it last year. I was kind of hoping to get this done by Christmas, but it wasn't to be. So Happy New Year to everybody. Be safe, hopefully COVID free, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.